Hello, it's Mr. Michael again with the Learning Groove and our next tutorial that is talking about how to create online registration in conjunction with your Facebook fan page, or you can also just use it with a Google Doc, and I'll show you how. Alright, so first let me show you. This is my Facebook page right here. This is the Learning Groove with Mr. Michael, and this is how it looks to the public, because notice that I'm not logged in, so your parents or students don't have to have a Facebook account in order to view your page. Now, notice that in our previous tutorials we created a TLG classes page that looks really slick, a class schedule page that shows the details of classes, and a registration page. Well, this is what we'll be focusing on today. To start with, I'm just going to walk you through what it looks like to have an already completed registration system, and then I'll show you how to do it. So notice step one is read the terms and conditions. That's very important. I'm going to click that. It opens up in a new window, a Google Doc, that shows all the terms that parents must agree to in order to take classes. This is very important because it'll help protect you in case anything goes wrong in your classes, which is very rare. But it also will make sure that if parents do anything they shouldn't be doing, you can at least know that they've agreed that they shouldn't be doing it. Okay, now the next step is to register, and I'll use the JCC here, my first location, as an example. I'll click there. It opens up a registration form. Parents put in their first and last name, their child's name, choose their child's age, any siblings' names, and their siblings' ages. Address, phone, mobile phone is optional. Notice the little stars by the ones, those are required fields. Email. Class time is a choice, so you can only choose one. Additional parents' names, phones, and email, so that's just good to have on hand in case you need it. And additional guardian or nanny's name in case someone else will be bringing that child to class. Join the TLG email list. Yes or no thanks. You could really have that be your own email list if you like. You might want to remove that field. And how did you hear about TLG classes? That's always good to know. You always want to know how your marketing efforts are working out. Make sure they've signed this. Notice this is starred, so they have to agree to the terms and conditions. And we have a box just for additional comments, just in case anything else wants to be mentioned. So it's pretty slick. I'm going to close that. And the third step would be to pay online. Now, from a parent's perspective, most parents will just be paying your basic rate. I charge $165 for 10 weeks at this moment. If you have two siblings, I give a $30 discount for the second sibling, whereas siblings under 8 months old are free. And I have this optional one here, which I'll show you in a second. So first, let's click there for $165. It opens a new window with PayPal. And there's your order summary. There's what you're charging. You would change yours to your name, the amount, and they can either pay with a PayPal account or they can come down here and pay with a credit card, which I'm going to click. And at this point, parents can enter in all their information, and you'll see on the following page, let's see, I'm not sure if I don't want to enter in a real credit card number, and I don't know how to advance past this page, but on the next page, just take my word for it, there's a slot that asks for parents' names, their child's name, and their class location. That way it'll help you make sure you know who paid to make sure you can coordinate. So you can see that's very handy, and when parents fill out the form, when they register, it goes straight to a spreadsheet for you. So you have all their information handy, and when they pay on PayPal, you can also have access to that information. So that's what it looks like from the user end. Let's go explore how to do it. Now there's a lot of steps in here. I might break this up into a couple of videos. Let's start off with the terms and conditions, okay? Now, well, first of all, just so you know, if you haven't watched the previous videos, we've already looked at how to create these pages that spell all this stuff out. So go back and watch those videos if you haven't yet. Okay, let's go to our Google Docs page. This is my Google Docs. Under folders shared with me, I went to TLG Files and Tools for Teachers and Licensees, which is right here. Click Sample Templates. And we have a lot of the stuff that the Learning Groove has shared with all of its teachers and licensees. To start off with, let's go to Sample Terms and Conditions for TLG Class Enrollment. I'm going to click that. Now the first thing you must do, now this is my account so I don't say this, but it doesn't show this, but yours is going to say read only, which means you can't edit anything. Come over here under File, make a copy. Don't click to copy document collaborators and press OK. So here's my copy. I'm going to click this and say test for video. Let's just call it that right now. Alright, so now you'll see a sample terms and conditions. Anywhere that is highlighted has my name, and you can just change that to your information. So let's just try that. Let's just say with well, one of our teachers is Miss April. Hey April. Alright, I'm changing to that, and then I'm going to select it, come over here and choose none under highlight, and just continue to do that with all of your other stuff. Now you, of course, I recommend reading through this very carefully and seeing if you want to change any of this for your own purposes, because you might want to do that. Okay, so now we've got our class enrollment sheet. Let's just assume that I've went ahead and changed all these things. The next step to do is you have to set this to public to the web. So let's click that. Private means no one else is going to be able to see it. Change. Make it public on the web. You don't want to allow anyone to edit. That's important. Click Save. Alright, let's just close out of that. Don't be confused. On that particular page it gave you a link for something, but we're not going to use that. We're going to come over here under Share, the little arrow button, click Publish to the web. To start publishing, you want it to automatically republish when changes are made. This makes it easy for you in case you need to change something. Yes, I want to publish this document. Alright, here's the document link. Here's an embed code just in case you want to put it in an existing website, but I think this is the way we're going to go, especially for now. This is simpler. So I just clicked in there and make sure it's all highlighted. I do Command-C on a Mac or Control-C on a PC to copy. Alright, and I can close this. Now, let's see. So if we go to a new window and paste that in, Control V, okay, well there's a document. Now notice how the formatting is all crazy here. That's a little bit of a bummer, frankly, that Google hasn't considered this. Through a lot of research, I've found a little trick to make it look like you want it to look. If you come in here in this long string of crazy code where it says PUB, which I think stands for public, I hope, I'm going to erase that and make it preview instead. And now I'll press enter. And voila, you can see it's starting to look just like what it looked like when you were editing it. It's kind of a nuisance, to be honest, that you have to do that, but it will definitely make your documents look better. So now what you do is you select all of this, Command-C or Control-C to copy it, and let's go back. Let's see here, where are we? We're going to go back to our registration form. Whoops, I have one right here. Okay, so here is now the registration form that we shared with you, and under terms and conditions we want to now link to what we just did. So I'm going to select this. Up here is the link button. It's already set to paste, so I'm going to do Command V or Control V, and there it goes. And notice how it says preview. That means you're going to go to the correct one. Click OK, and just click out of that. And now whenever your parents click on that, it's going to open up your terms and conditions. Okay, I think I'm going to stop this video for the moment, and we will look at registration and payment online through PayPal in the successive videos. Alright, stay tuned and enjoy teaching TLG.